It's World Maths Day today.
Yeah, I've been celebrating it all morning, Tom.
I genuinely thought we'd have more Scott Steiner stories.
Okay, well, have you got any Scott Steiner stories at all?
Scott Steiner owns a Shoney's.
That's true, actually. Yeah, him and Rick together, right? Yeah,
they own a
there you go.
Shoney's.
There's a story.
If you're
story.
If you're going to go to Shoney's, go to the Steiner Shoney, where there's a 33.33% chance that your pancakes will be cold. Here's some news. Vince McMahon has reportedly given up on a Raw star. The latest Hall of Fame inductee has been announced. And we have an update on the scheduled return of Jeff Hardy. We'll get to that in a little bit. Vince McMahon seems to be giving up on a lot of people at the moment. And this
George
might be...
Barrios, Michelle Wilson. Sorry.
And this might be the saddest of all. Sorry, George and Michelle, but this
sucks.
is...
This is Trevor that we're talking about.
Big Trev.
Trev.
And I know how much you
Trev.
love Trevs.
I love
He
Trevor.
loves a Trevor.
If there's any good Trevor, it's Ricochet, without a doubt. We're talking about Ricochet. Vince McMahon has reportedly given up on the WWE Raw star. Speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer saying that the plan is to bury him because he's given up on him. And you know what? I hate buried in wrestling because a lot of wrestling fans throw it around willy-nilly, and quite often it isn't actually burials. But what's happening with Ricochet? He's been buried. He's absolutely been... The Riddick Moss thing. Who the piss in hell is Riddick Moss?
And he does Raw graded. He doesn't know.
I know who Riddick Moss is, but
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Right, it's not the Brock thing. So he goes and wrestles Brock and he gets demolished. That's fine because Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar. You can get beaten up by Brock Lesnar and not be buried. It's Brock, for goodness sake. But it's just going to continue this. I hope they turn this into something good. When's the last time they did something good with like a big losing streak? MVP was all right.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins, of course it was. MVP and Kurt, it sort of worked for them. Kurt had his big WrestleMania moment in a tag match. So
True.
Ricochet, maybe this is all being built up, but you know what? I don't understand why you give up on Ricochet. If that's the idea that he has been given up on, Ricochet, like, to the kids, right? And I know this is. I can't talk about what's cool and what's not because hello.
Yes, you can, mate. You're the coolest.
Ricochet's really marketable. Kids will love it. The stuff that he does in the ring, his look, everything about him is cool. And I don't understand why they haven't seen that.
They changed his ring gear on Monday. He's now in his pants.
Buried.
Well,
the trousers have been buried.
Once the trousers are off, the career is down. They did something like this with Raven in 2002 when Raven turned up on Sunday Night Heat, not wearing like the ripped jeans or even like the kilt that he was wearing for a while. Turned up in just pants.
That was his shirt, wasn't it? Tied around his waist. Was that a kilt? Was he wearing a kilt?
He did briefly wear a kilt.
Did he? Okay.
Briefly wear a kilt. Because of reasons.
Sorry.
But he had pants as well. One time he just wore pants. Right. And that was the end of Raven in WWE. Yeah. And I kind of, and when I read this, I remembered that and I was like, oh no. Ooh. And also, there is video footage from a fan from Raw, which shows Ricochet walking to the back. And as he's walking to the back, so he's not really on camera anymore, he's ripping off his wrist tape and throwing it into the ground in such a way that might make one think either the character's annoyed that he lost to who the piss is Riddick Moss, which is now a name in canon, or whether there's some genuine frustration from Ricochet.
I feel like there is. He tweeted a few days ago now just a series of pictures of him either being beaten up or losing matches, and the replies were lovely. And I looked at his likes actually. I did a bit of bit of research, and he was liking all of the people that were like, "Chin up, mate. You're really, really good. Remember the time you won the US title, etc., etc." And I get the impression that this is legit, and he realizes that his career for a little while isn't going to be great in WWE.
It's so tough when a roster is as bloated as it is, and the industry in the way that it is, where you, even if you're not in the best light, they won't let you go and do other things. Yeah. Because you're more valuable on the fence doing nothing than you are going elsewhere to ply your craft. And it worries me that somebody like Ricochet, who has so much to offer, as you said, so marketable, may end up just being one of those guys just on the shelf. He's so much better than that. So much better. It'd be really annoying. Keep an eye on this one.
Think of the money, Trev. Think of the money.
Oh, it's only so far that money.
No, I agree.
It's so,
I'm trying to find a positive here. Ricochet's being buried.
There's only so many gold yachts that you can buy.
And Ricochet owns 7.
He owns 7, and he's eyeing up an 8th, but he'd rather just win some matches. We go hard all day, all night. Not my words, the words of something demonetized. And the words of the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, who aren't at Elimination Chamber this time round.
We have the potential reason why. Once again, Observer Radio saying that the reason they're not in the match is because they have yet to re-sign with the company.
That makes sense. Why would you put a tag team in a match like this, in a position like this, if you don't know whether they're coming or are going?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's interesting
That's why the Lucha House Party are there, right?
Absolutely. That and their workhorses. But
They are. No.
They are.
They are. Yeah.
I said they
so
were.
Say it with sincerity, Tom.
They are workhorses.
That's more like it.
They go hard all day, all night. But it's interesting how they treat the Revival, who are coming to the end of their contract, to the way they treated Matt Hardy when he was coming to the end of their contract. Whereby
he's going to kill him next week.
Is that what the plan is? Oh yeah,
They've got history.
Yeah, I've got l'histoire. But like with Matt Hardy, like he was very much on the way out of the company. But even though he got battered, he was still featured on television every week, up until like the week before his contract ended. With Revival, it's like, nah, lads, you're not on telly.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know what you read into that, but they've been ready to go for a long time.
Yeah, WWE registering some trademarks related to the Revival last week, which makes me think, hey, maybe they'll stick around, or maybe it's just WWE trying to lock down as much intellectual property as they can before they inevitably go. And I think they will go. Reports have suggested that they've been offered close to 7 figures each to stick around, but they're not interested in the money, are they?
No.
They're like little Trevor, aren't they? They want to go and have some fun and do some flips somewhere else. Wait, no flips. No flips.
No flips, just fists. Spoiler, they're going to put a massive trench coat on, and together they'll be the leader of the Dark Order.
Ooh.
What time is it?
It's about 9:24 a.m.
It's not actually.
What time is it?
It's John o'clock, Mother Hubbard. Not my words. The words of Ross Tweddle. WTF moments. And the words of every excited Cultaholic fan when JBL was confirmed for the WWE Hall of Fame.
Big news. Last night on Backstage, JBL being announced by WWE. He's coming in this year. And you know what? He deserves it, I guess. I think the bloke's a bellend, but
Are you doing his induction?
I hope so.
I think this bloke's a bellend, but here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Farouk, can you go and do a story? I'm gonna.
Damn. Thank you, Farouk.
Very nice.
Yes, but a lot of people, very much like you, think he is a bellend.
Yeah.
But many also think, okay, what's he done? Bear in mind, he has been with the company since like the early 90s.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
Yeah. Managed by Uncle Zebekiah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Old Zebby
Your
Coulter. The new Blackjacks, ride again.
Yep.
That was a thing that definitely happened. Part of the
Keep going. Yo, you go.
Acolytes,
yeah.
in the Ministry of Darkness.
Yep.
APA.
Yeah.
Most popular tag team of the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big fun. Nearly helped Taka Michinoku become the WWF champion in 2000.
He certainly did.
What a time. Became a business mogul, released a book called Have More Money Now. Then decided to let art imitate life and became businessman. Did a skit where he chased people away from the border. That was a thing that definitely happened. Became the WWE champion, probably a light year too soon, and had one of the longest reigns as WWE champion of the modern era.
One of the greatest heel runs in modern history, I would argue.
Got chokeslammed through a limo.
JBL is poopy.
JBL is poopy. What a time that was.
That was a thing. And then he lost to Rey Mysterio. Let's just skip forward.
Yeah.
You know
Lost
who
to Rey
JBL is.
Mysterio.
Lost to Rey Mysterio. Said goodbye. Did some commentary. Sometimes he's alright. Sometimes he's not that
Fell
good.
over that time.
Yeah, fell out. Yeah.
Upset Mara Ranallo.
Yeah. That's like a bell in there again.
He was in the wrong
and
there.
just is nasty to people backstage. And how could we not mention the Blue Meanie? Of course, that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's a decent induction. I think it's a fairly big name, and congratulations to JB. I'm not going to sit here and slag him off as we have done for
when they announced that he was going to be in the Hall of Fame, we knew it would be one. There's 3 names currently that were until last night that were bouncing around that were sort of reported but not confirmed by the company, and it was JBL, Jushin Thunder Liger, and the British Bulldog. So we knew it would be one of those 3. So it was JBL. I think they'll announce Liger next. I do think Liger's going in this year.
I'd love Davey to be inducted. I know it's not really a possibility because we're not going to get WrestleMania, but I'd love to see him inducted in the UK. I mean, kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Oh, to have an induction at a...
Yeah, some sort of thing like that. But
WrestleMania at Villa Park.
Why am I suggesting we're not getting WrestleMania here?
Certainly not at Villa Park. They don't deserve it.
Ooh.
Finalement, Jeffrey Hardy. How's the hand thing go? That's live long and prosper. Rock horns. What's the Jeff Hardy hand thing? That in it. Is that in it? Do do do.
Pinkham and the
do
snake.
do do do. That's the shocker bra. Jeff Hardy was on backstage last night, and he looks great.
Oh, he looks lovely.
He looks a good. No, he looks well.
It was really nice to see him. Genuinely, it was fantastic to see him, and it looks like his return is inching closer.
He is ready.
Possibly even before Elimination Chamber. Who knows? He's good to go. So yesterday he said that he is just waiting for a chance to jump back in. And he's, as you say, he looks really great. He talked about like being an impatient, the rehab that he's gone through. So it's good to hear that he's getting better as well.
They also talked about Matt Hardy, which doesn't surprise me. And Jeff said it's very weird to be working in a different company to his brother. Now, this is interesting because several sources have said that there is still the possibility that Matt may go back.
And possibly to NXT, it's been reported.
Possibly, yeah. And I don't know, there's part of me that thinks, like, are they putting Jeff on TV this week for a reason? To kind of stoke those fires of like a Hardy Boys reunion.
Pull at Matt's heartstrings. He's good to go. Look how great he looks, Matt. Come on, one more go.
I mean, I could be being far too cynical, but it does sort of feel...
Yeah, mate, the timing is... But that said, it has been reported that, you know, Jeff's been pretty much there for a while, almost ready to go. I don't think... Like, it has been rumoured online that we're going to see him this Friday. I think they might even wait until after WrestleMania for this. You'd have to... Especially if he's not in, like, tag match with Matt somewhere. Like, I'd love to see them in a multi-team tag match for the SmackDown tag titles, with the Hardy Boys as being a part of that. But if Matt doesn't come back, I think it's probably a little bit too late for a Jeff Hardy singles feud leading up to Mania.
Possibly. I mean, the alternative is, I mean, it's ground that's already been trod. But what if we keep Matt in the ring until WrestleMania? Edge and Orton. Jeff does a little surprise running. Tax Orton.
What? During the match?
Yeah.
No.
That's the first time we see Jeff back.
No, it's so personal. You don't want to ruin it by adding another. Like, he tried to kill Edge, and then Jeff Hardy runs in doing that.
No, I would just have Jeff running through the crowd.
Oh.
Hit a steel chair, swanton, get away again. Done.
It's not for
me. A bit like in WrestleMania 18 when Arn Anderson turned up, literally like burst into existence during that Undertaker Ric Flair match and did the mother of all spine busters on the Undertaker and then rolled away.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Went through a portal and was gone.
So good.
I want that, like a little Jeff moment where he's like, whoop, and away.
Wearing a kilt.
Yes, wearing the Raven kilt. Certainly not wearing any pants, because he's definitely getting a push when he comes back. And pants equal push. Have a lovely Wednesday.